Hello, everybody. Welcome into Wilson Live, episode 6. Hard to believe. Carter Novlin over to my right. I'm Bart Barker, Public Information Officer with Wilson County Schools. Carter is our coordinator of fine arts within the district, does a fantastic job. He is the producer and the man running the ones and twos on the audio, and just got he's going to make sure this ship stays afloat today.
Do my best.
He will do his best for sure. Carter, first things first, let's pay some bills and thank those who need to be thanked to make this show possible.
Of course. This episode is brought to you by Gina and Lena, your trusted real estate team with Coldwell Banker Southern Realty. With over 30 years of combined experience and a background as former teachers with Wilson County Schools, Gina and Lena bring unmatched dedication, communication, and care to every client. Whether you're buying, selling, or just exploring your own options, they'll guide you with the heart of a teacher and the knowledge of seasoned professionals. Ready to make your next move? Contact Gina and Lena at Coldwell Banker Southern Realty. Bart, something that's happened since our last episode, my wife and I got together and we watched one of these. I did not enjoy that. That was awkward for me. But my wife complained that I sat in the chair and
You're
spun
a
the whole
swiveler.
time.
He's a swiveler.
So I'm going to work really, really hard to deal with some of my attention issues and not
I'll
be a
tell you what,
spinner
I'll
today.
just kind of anchor you down here if I see some swiveling going on. And I'm kind of I do a lot of demonstrative hand movements and
We're
things.
working through it. We're learning. We're 6 in. We're doing great.
That's right. We are about to, October is upon us, and a change into the seasons. Fall break is getting close. A lot of people getting excited about that. But October brings so many wonderful things in a lot of communities, and right here in Wilson County, no exception. You know, every community in Wilson County celebrates, has their fall outings from Watertown to Gladeville, Lebanon, Mount Juliet. But there is an event that happens in October that brings everyone together in the heart of Lebanon. And I've been fortunate to be a part of this for several years now. And it is fantastic. And it all helps our local educators in a big, big way. That's why we have two fantastic guests today to help shine some light on that. In studio today, Mr. DJ Wood. He is the educational vice chair for the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. And to my immediate left, we have Mrs. Melanie Minter. She is the president and CEO of the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce. And Mel, you and I have talked many times. Her lists just never end. It's always something that's going on. But one of the hallmark events every year, Mel, is the Taste of Wilson, something I know that you're very excited about. You put a lot of pride into it, you and so many others that are involved with it. But it can't go without saying how wonderful this event is in just so many ways. It is the perfect fall festival, wouldn't you say?
You know, it really is. It's family friendly. It's a lot of fun. It's changed over the years, but I love fall.
Mm-hmm.
Fall is such a beautiful time of the year, and I think you really get that feeling when you're out at the Taste of Wilson County of what's coming up for the fall and what's happening, and we're just so excited that we can have this event for such a great cause.
DJ, I'm sure you would echo some of that as well.
Oh, absolutely. It's an awesome event. The fact that we get to have it outside, the weather has been cooperative the last couple of years
It really
that we've had it.
has. Thank goodness.
So you really can't ask for much better. So a lot of work goes into it. I mean, Melly and I get to be the face and the voice of it. We have such a good team and committee that helps support and really all the heavy lifting to get it to make it such a wonderful event.
You know, there's always a lot of behind the scenes, Bart, and that's what we'll say is with the Lebanon-Wilson County Chamber of Commerce, we have great volunteers. We have people that love their community. We have people that love education, and this is definitely an event that brings everybody together. And we'll talk a little bit about that later, I'm sure, but
Yeah. Carter, kick us off here and
Yes.
learning more about exactly what's going on.
So as a former band director, this was never an event that I was able to be a part of. You know, right there at the end of October, we're right there at the end of our competitive season, and it was always on a night that was right at our last rehearsal. So last year was the first time that I got to experience it. So I got to learn a lot about the event, and I'm excited to spend a few minutes just to kind of learn even more about it. So for our community that may or may not know, Melanie, what is the Taste of Wilson County?
the Taste of Wilson County is an education fundraiser. It's through our Business and Education Coalition, and it funds our teacher grant program. To date, we have raised over $308,000
Wow.
and given away over 735 grants. So we love to give back to education at the Chamber. That's just a part of who we are. That's why we have the extra 501c3 through our Chamber of Commerce. But this event just kind of brings it all together, and it brings our education together and everybody in town. So.
And this is, for those, this is public, this is private, this is all educational institutions within Wilson County that service our students. So everyone gets a chance to apply for those grants and get some of that, piece of the pie at the Taste of the Wilson, pun intended.
That's right, right. And, when I was walking in, I was thinking about education and thinking about myself growing up. So having been in LSSD, and then I did not go to Wilson County schools. I went to Castle Heights Military Academy. My brother did graduate from Lebanon High School, but just kind of going back in the relationships that we all had. So even though we all went to different schools, we all really kind of knew each other. We still had that feeling of community. And I think that's very important. That's a lot of what happens with the Taste of Wilson County. And one of the things that I would say makes it so great is you see friends and people that you haven't seen from other schools, and it just brings those people together. So kind of a fun fact that I was thinking about that earlier today.
Yeah, we have a lot of folks from the community, from food places that are in the community that are staples to Lebanon, and you have a lot of new food trucks and restaurants that are new to the area that want to get their name and brand out. So it does really bring, folks who've been here for I won't say a long time, but folks who've been around like Melanie, and then kind of newcomers to Wilson County, where I grew up in Sumner County. So kind of getting the best of both worlds.
That's a great point. If you are new to Wilson County and you're just looking for a great event to come bring your family out to, kind of get intertwined into the fabric of the community, the Taste of Wilson is, I can't think of a better place to actually do that. I mean, there's a lot of great fun, great food, just great company. You're just a chance to mingle with a lot of local people and local tastes, all of that. So it's a really, really fun event. And Carter mentioned that last year. He was able to bring the family out and have a good time.
Yeah, it was the whole family. I was really excited. That was one of our first family outings in my new role. So it was a really unique way to, for me, engage in our community. But I think, to your point, it's also a really unique way for a lot of the businesses that you partner with in this event to give back to our community. What better way to support your community than by supporting the local school systems? It's just a really unique opportunity.
Yeah,
I think.
absolutely.
I've been inside the schools who have been and visited classrooms where teachers were recipients of these grant funds and what they spent that money on. And I can tell you, your dollars are going directly to helping students in ways. Look, we know that funding dollars can be, we always want to get our hands on more and more. This is another avenue to do that. Teachers are utilizing those funds in a great way, from STEM classes to, whatever that looks like, to your ELA classes. The list goes on. And I've seen that firsthand from you spending money or supporting Taste of Wilson and it going directly into those classrooms. I've seen the product from front to finish. It's pretty special.
Yeah, it's super special.
And actually the faces of the children when we walk into the classrooms.
And present those,
yes,
yeah.
And we go in and so what we do is we follow up with the teacher grants and we go into the classrooms and really the faces on the children's, they smile and they're happy and they're like, look, they want to show us everything that they've gotten, and the teachers are always so thankful. And those are the kind of things that we want to present as a Chamber of Commerce, because we're helping education, we're helping businesses, and we're bringing people together. And so I want you to give a couple of examples, Dejay, because this year was just absolutely fantastic already, and we say that we'll go back next year, but.
Yeah, so every year we get the opportunity. We host a teacher grant breakfast. So when we say it's a teacher grant, I mean, these teachers, they have to apply. I mean, they do a little bit of work and present what it is they want the money for. And for those that are recipients, we treat them to breakfast along with their principal. And then we get the opportunity, if they're available and open, they'll invite us into their classroom and show us how they utilize those grant monies. A few that we got to go to. The first one I remember going to was Rutland Elementary, and seeing Miss Rachel's classroom and her presenting this game called Muggins. Have you ever heard of Muggins? but I had not. I'd heard of the term mugging, mostly related to dominoes, but it was a game that she actually used in her classroom to help expand upon, simple and advanced mathematics. So to see her utilize a game within her classroom was really, really cool, and how much the kids enjoyed being able to do that. Not long after that, we got to go to Mount Juliet Middle School. I believe it was Mr. Boland's class, and he's a history teacher there, where he was, as I called it, bringing history to life. So his grant money was used for a 3D printer, to where he had printed
awesome.
some items in history class. And the students, one of the students that presented it to us, he did more talking than Mr. Boland did, but he was so ingrained in it. He loved every bit of what he had, the teacher had applied for, and being able to use in the classroom. So they did a great job. They even gave us a few sample items, which was really cool. Well, those are the two that I remember that stick out in my mind that we got to attend this year, because they were just, one, so unique, but very applicable in the classroom.
Our SPED teachers as well. I've seen some things in our SPED classrooms that have helped those students as well. It just, again, the list goes on and on the recipients and what they're using it for, and it's all in the best interest of students, for sure. Carl.
Well, and it's supporting a whole host of students. The teacher next door to me at Wilson Central was one of the beneficiaries of that grant several years ago, and got a class set of ukuleles. So yes. It's not just our tested subject areas. It's our exceptional education students. It's our fine arts classrooms as well that are able to benefit from these supports in a time where we'll take any support that we can get.
Absolutely.
Mel, let's get to the nuts and bolts of the event. The date of this year's event, remind me of folks of that, and me as well. I know it's kind of on the back half of October, and I'm going to tell you, if you're wondering when we kind of get our first taste of fall weather-wise,
That's right.
it never fails. It's usually that week. I was looking at the weather over the next few weeks. Still looks pretty warm, but rest assured, by the time Taste of Wilson gets here, yeah, you can probably bring a flannel shirt or a jacket out, because it's gonna feel like fall that night. But nuts and bolts, the date of the event, what night of the week? It's usually on a Thursday night, right?
It is a Thursday, and we do that so that, there are some football games, but
yes.
So we try to separate that and do it on the Thursday night. But this year it is on Thursday, October the 23rd, from 5:30 until 8 p.m. on the Wilson Bank & Trust West Lawn.
Yeah, and a perfect place to have it. Plenty of room, plenty of parking. That's always, people say, well, where are we going to? But I know that the Wilson Bank & Trust Operations Center, they're so gracious to allow that people to park there. Usually, and there's, I know Lebanon Police are always there, guiding crosswalks. It's so easy in and out to get to the event and back to your car when it's over. So you can't use that as an excuse not to come. Plenty of parking.
Well, and it just goes to show that extra partnership too, because it is in front of the Mitchell House, which of course our city hall and our economic development and everything is right there. And so it is just a great place for people to gather. And that's the most fun about it, is that people love to have that nip in the air, I
Yeah.
think you would say, and they come out for the first time with their long sleeve shirt or their flannel shirt. But it's just a lot of fun. But it is that night. We would love for people to come and join us, and we can tell you more about any other fun things that you want to know.
Yeah.
That's why we're here.
I think accessibility is a big portion of it. As Carter mentioned, taking your family out to the event. I've always been able to bring my kiddos as well, and most of the time, before I was as involved as I am with it, we'd go and we'd enjoy, and by the time it gets close to wrapping up, it's time for us to go to bed. So be easy to get in
With
and out.
those with children, we're always looking for those events. It's a segue straight to bath and bed.
That's it. Wear them out. Let them run around. There's always fun stuff to do. Loud music. They love to dance. There's so many things that I'm sure we'll talk about here in a minute, but there's a lot of stuff that kids can do, enjoy, wear themselves out, and make it easy to put them to bed.
Boy, that's a sales pitch in itself right there.
Certainly, it's food and an exhausted child. Bedtime's easy.
A good night's sleep. Yeah.
I love that.
Specific things about the event. Bounce houses, is that still going to be part of the event as well? And we can talk about some other things, but again, culinary challenge amongst our high schools, still part of it. What are some key staples of the event that's going to be there once again?
Well, staples that are going to be there once again, definitely is the culinary challenge, and that is a very, very fun part of the Taste of Wilson County that we added several years ago, and you've been helping us with that, Bart. But the fact that we have those talented students that actually come out and, get a little competition going.
It's intense.
It's
amazing.
It is. I mean,
Yeah.
they're super excited too, and they come in and have their chef hats on and prepare food, and then we have celebrity judges. That's always a lot of fun. We have a mascot dance-off that, for some reason, has really taken off in the last couple of years. Last year, we actually had to stop it because it lasted so long. But again, that's a fun thing for children. They love to see the different mascots that we bring out. So we stop the live music and then with the band, and then we let them dance and have fun. And so that's always a fun competition. Then the grill off, you can't beat the grill off. That's typically one of people's favorite things, is to have some of the first responders, dignitaries, people come out. That's also where people come out from all areas of the county. So Watertown, Mount Juliet, and Lebanon. And so they all are in a little competition there for a little prize.
Community pride.
Community prize.
That's right,
We
that's
have
right.
the pie eating contest, which is also been a really big hit. I mean, it's something that that people we go out and gather people within 30 minutes, and they get up there. It was, I think, the Lebanon Fire Department. I think there was a guy from the Lebanon Fire Department that won last year. I don't know. But it is so much fun, and what we do is we just kind of jump from each one of these activities, and we highlight each one of the activities. And while there's so much there available for a taste of food or a taste of the marketplace, there's a taste of fun everywhere.
Oh, yeah,
that
good
whole atmosphere. We have a chili cook-off, fairly new. I think that just started a couple of years ago.
Yep.
So we still have that. We do have our kids zone, petting zoo, bouncy houses, arts activities. Imagine that's going to be there this year. Face painting. So lots
Some
of
games for the kids as well.
lots of games. That's right. That's just a minimum of what's there.
Right. That's a lot.
If you would like for me to go on,
No,
Carter, I'll be happy
and
to.
there's countless food trucks.
Countless food trucks.
Yeah, all that stuff.
VIP, I will mention that. So there is a VIP area. It does have seating in that area. So there's also a taste of a special caterer in that area. So what we do then is you do have a seat, and if you're interested in that, it's hard to sit down and get back up, but people do it all the time. I mean, it's a lot of fun. It's just a different taste. But we're super excited this year. We've been working on this for quite some time, and it's the behind the scenes that are really it's making it all work. So
Communities, I'll say this. I guess maybe I'm biased, maybe whatever. But I'll go ahead and say it. There's a lot of communities throughout the mid-state and the entire state that have a taste event. You're gonna be hard pressed to find one that's better than this. That is. I have been to every one of them over the past 5 to 6 years, and they just seem to get bigger and better each year.
it's a true taste, and I
It
think
is.
that is what is so incredible about it. Is you're just getting a little bit of everything of what's happening in Lebanon and Wilson County, and that's what's so great about it.
Yeah, Carter. What else you have over there? What's another one you have?
Well,
we're curious
I would
about?
also like to shamelessly plug the art gallery as everyone gets to walk in. The works that are put forth from Wilson County Schools, Lebanon Special School District, get to showcase some of those talents that will get exposed and be able to be benefit from the grant that this entire event goes to work towards.
And we do bring those buses,
Oh,
kind
yeah.
of put them together. So again, we've got Wilson County Schools and Lebanon Special School District with their neon bus, and then we string the lights. It just the whole atmosphere. I wish I could even describe it better, but hopefully we've done a pretty good job. But it is, the art is great. We even have students that actually come out and volunteer for us.
Oh, yeah.
And they really enjoy that. It's a time that they can come out and wear their T-shirts or their shirts from their schools and be proud of their school. So that's super important, and we're happy that at this time that the children still want to come out and young adults want to come out and help us. It just goes to show that friends, family bringing everybody together just makes a difference in everything we do.
Well, and we continue to talk about it, that this is a true community event. And it's from top to bottom, start to finish. This is a true representation of everything that Wilson County has to offer in one night that's just fun. You know, a lot of times these events are come and go events. You walk in, you wave at two people to make sure they know you exist, and then you leave. This is an event that you can be there from 5:30 to 8 and have something to do the entire time.
Yeah.
Or you can go sit and you can listen to some music and you can enjoy some food. There's some balance there, but there's also just that true community feel that makes this event in our hometown of home county of Wilson County pretty unique.
And the foundation of the whole thing is knowing that while you're there and the support that you've given is going directly to our local educators. There's no greater asset in this county than our educators. They are preparing our students for future paths, from our littles in pre-K and K all the way to our seniors. It's a beautiful thing to see the progression, to see our students move along. I came across a student recently. Of course, now being with the district 6 years, you know, students who were in high school or even seniors by the time I got here, where they're almost in their mid-20s, you know, and they just talk about how their experience was with local schools here, Wilson County schools, how beneficial it was, what a great time they had, what great, you know, memories they had. It's a great place to be. I know Mayor Hutto talks about this a lot. You know, people move here largely because of our education system. They know it's a good place to be when it comes to our education system. It's the data proves that. People's feedback offer that as well. And this is a way to say thank you to our teachers in a big way.
And you know what? We are very blessed to be able to have the students and the teachers and the educators come out. Because to your point, Bart, I mean, they can be the future leaders here in Wilson County. And for them to feel that and to see the leaders that are out there putting this, you know, event on is really important to them. And like I said, when I look back, or when I look at my children who did go to Wilson County schools and they come back, and I have a daughter working now locally, it's just amazing that we can actually educate in Wilson County the children, the young adults, and for them to want to be a part of who we are today, I think is very important.
Come back, yeah.
Come back.
Well,
That's right.
And our students are the future, not just leaders, but business owners. You know, 5, 10, 15 years from now, the students that are in our schools right now are the ones that are going to be pulling their food truck up to the Taste of Wilson County and giving back to their community, or setting up a vendor table and showcasing what product they are offering Wilson County.
And to your point, entrepreneurs, you know, there are tons of those. We see that a lot. But people, you know, of all ages, all levels, I mean, it doesn't matter. When I say leader, I think a first responder is a leader. They're one of the most important people. They're some of the most important people that we have in our community. And the fact that they are out at the Taste of Wilson County as well doing the grill off. So everyone's important and everybody has a talent. And I think this is one of the ways that we can show a little bit of talent with a lot of different people.
Yeah.
I think another big thing is the support that the educators get to see from the community coming around and saying, hey, you know, we love you guys. We appreciate you. We support you. And I think from a child standpoint, you talk about future entrepreneurs, future first responders. Those are also our future educators. So as most people will go to different schools, maybe outside of Wilson County, we want to be able to draw them back in. So I think this is another added way to show, hey, we want you to come back. We want you to, you know, be back here in Wilson County. This is why, to have that support system.
You know, it's building memories.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I would say about this event too. When you say, what is the Taste of Wilson County? It is. It's building memories of what we have to offer.
Yeah.
And we have so many great things to offer.
So to put you on a hot seat for a second, give us a memory from the Taste of Wilson County. Something that sticks out from one of our previous events.
I'll easily go first. I think it was 2 years ago during the pie eating contest. My father-in-law was I don't know if he was really nominated more. He was just kind of pulled into it. And he is not one to try to eat a lot of anything. But anyways, he was in a competition, and this little kid was beating him. This kid may have been 7 or 8 years old, but he is tearing this pie up. I think it was cherry pie. he's destroying this cherry pie. My father-in-law, he's got more pie on him than he does actually than he's eating. And I'm pretty sure he may have pushed his kid's chair back. The kid falls back. He lays out, and then my father-in-law drops his cake or pie on the ground. Drops it on the ground. He's like, "Oh, I'm done. I got to help this kid." So, anyways, the kid was all right. We think he may have just been taking a break and kind of leaned back to stretch his stomach. But I remember going and seeing that as one of the first events, as being a part of the Taste of Wilson County, kind of helped set up and tear down. That was one of the more memorable events that I can think of.
I don't know if you topped that, Mel.
I think we all have our favorite parts of the Taste of Wilson County, but I personally, for me, and it is something that we added was a culinary challenge.
Mm-hmm.
But it just shows the competition that is so ingrained in some of us. And when you look at how the students can come together, even being from different schools, and really happily engaging with each other and having fun, that to me has been a really great memory of Taste of Wilson County. And I can go back from years before. I actually watched a quick video before I came over, but so many things have changed. Honestly, a lot of people really love the grill off competition. I mean, who can really grill off of a charcoal grill these days? I mean, let's be honest, right? So we have people, and they don't complain. They come out there, they do it for the betterment of the event and the county, but
it's come a long way, right? Because it didn't start. We didn't always have it on the West Lawn.
No, it used to be at the fairgrounds.
Oh, it's been several places. So I'll start back. Would you like a little history?
I would love some history.
So 2009 was the first Taste of Wilson County, and it is actually on the Taste of Wilson County website if anybody wants to go and watch it, which is really amazing. It was a fantastic event back then, the very first one. It was in the mill. It seemed a lot more formal.
Mm-hmm.
So we truly had the food vendors and the caterers and the people, and they had the draping behind them, and then they had their little area, and you truly just walked around in a circle, and you could tell people were laughing, they were having a good time, but it was a little more serious. And that to me, I looked at that today and I thought, wow, things have to change, right? So we definitely have seen change over the years, but it was a more of what I would call a more formal situation, but they had a good time, and we're thankful that 2009 that was started for our Business and Education Coalition to actually do the same thing and give out money back to our community, but so there's some changes, lots of changes there.
So from there we've had it at the mill. It's been on the square a few times.
It's been on the square, East Main. It was on the square when I was a board director with the chamber. Prior to my position, it was on East Main. They had their first VIP tent on East Main, I do believe. We have been at the expo as well. So we've had it several different places. It's just grown. So, we probably have over 2,500 people there. So it's just gotten so much larger and bigger that the event space that we have now is just a lot of fun, and it just brings back good memories.
Yeah,
keep your dinner jacket at home. This is a very casual event, so that where it is now, it started at the mill. It's kind of a little bit more formal, but now rest assured, this is a very casual event on the West Lawn.
But it's still doing the same thing.
Exactly.
What's so great about it? They're still highlighting the businesses.
Yeah.
So even though times change, we're really doing the same thing, just in a different way.
Right.
And that's what's really, really neat.
Well, and it's a busy and popular event without feeling like it.
Right.
There are a lot of events that I try to avoid sometimes just in preparation, knowing how chaotic it's going to be. But I remember last year going, man, there's a lot of people here, but I don't feel like there's a lot of people here.
Yeah.
I had space to move. I could chase my 4-year-old around. Is she 4? Yeah, 4-year-old around.
You're going to get in trouble.
Well, I'm always in trouble. It is what it is. And not feel like there was anything to be worried about. It was comfortable. But you're right. There is some sort of there's some sort of tie between it's not formal, but it's not casual. It's just the best of everything, I think.
Well, thank y'all so much for giving us the nuts and bolts of the event. Before we get to a few fun questions for both of you on the way out, Mel, just tell people ticket-wise where they can go. DJ, you can chime in too. Best way to get tickets, go for it. What's the best thing to do to get tickets for this event?
Well, there's a couple different ways you can get tickets. You can go to any one of the Wilson Bank and Trust locations to purchase them there. You can go to the chamber. Probably the easiest way is through the website. There's a QR code. You can purchase tickets. I got to double check my prices. I'm still mailing this because my sheet's from 2024. But the VIP tickets are $40. The adult tickets are $30. Teacher tickets are discounted to $20. Children's tickets are $10. That's ages 6 through 12, and kids 5 and under are free. Don't worry, we don't check birth certificates or IDs. We'll trust you there. The big thing is just to bring the family out and have a good time.
What's that website, just so that everyone knows? Is it tasteofwilsoncounty.com?
www.tasteofwilsoncounty.com.
I've been there plenty of times, so I knew that. It was ingrained in my head. I don't remember much in life, but I remember the tasteofwilsoncounty.com is that website where you can go to. Again, as DJ mentioned, you can also visit any Wilson Bank and Trust location. Mel has them down at the chamber office in Lebanon. So
You can also go to the Facebook page.
yes,
So
there's a lot of links and codes and different ways. It's not hard to find ways to get tickets to the Taste of Wilson County
You can also purchase them there at the night
at the
of the
door.
event.
So
I will mention some entertainment.
Okay.
So our opening act this year is Carson Teal. So he is local from
Very good. Yes.
Wilson County.
Yes.
So he's going to be the opening act. And then the Double Take Band, John Lankford, who is local, will also be available. And then, of course, we'll have our MC of the evening, Mac Griffin. So he always helps us out as well, just kind of walking around. I'm going to say one of the other most fun things that I can think of most recently is the Spirit Award.
yeah, Spirit
the
Award.
Spirit Award. So that was what was so much fun last year, was just going around to each event and giving each trophy and making the feel goods of all the people that are out there. So we do encourage everyone to try to get a true taste. I know you're there for the food. Yes, it is so awesome. But the students, the time that people put into the event, just to walk around and really take it all in, because there is a lot to offer, what we have to offer at this event.
Yeah, I think you're able to walk around and eat at the same time. So I mean, these are like negative calories. I mean, you can walk around and have a good time.
Right.
It's all,
Get your
it's all
steps
worth
in.
it. That's right.
You can't
It's all
beat
worth it.
Not at all.
all right, a few fun questions on the way out. Carter, I think for the sake of time, I tell you what, we'll let them off the hook for a little bit. We'll give one of them one and the other one second. Maybe on the last one, we'll get you both to chime in on that one. But Carter, why don't you hit DJ with the first question, and then I'll ask Mel question number 2.
So this has been a pretty easy one so far, and Bart and I have agreed with just about everybody's answer. So there's no pressure here. What was your favorite cafeteria food growing up?
Oh, mine may not be the most popular answer. I'm going to go with we had beef dippers. I think is what they were called.
Oh, man.
Okay.
Yeah,
Beef
beef dipper.
dipper.
That sounds interesting. We should put that in the Taste of Wilson.
Yeah, I mean these were. I guess they were kind of like chicken nuggets, but made of beef.
Okay.
But they were grilled, and when you had the little grill marks on them, I mean
Yeah.
they were delicious. We usually had those. We had the beef dippers. We had like mashed potatoes and gravy and green beans. So I mean that was.
I could do that right
That's what we
now.
call a sawmill lunch right there. That's what that is. Awesome. Mel, I'm glad Mel gets number 2 on this. She's going to love this one. If you could swap jobs with anyone in the county for a day, who would it be?
A lot of people have done this. A lot of people have swapped for a day. I have not.
Okay.
But I would swap with Coleman Walker.
Okay.
But I would not want to swap just for one day.
Okay. For those who don't know who Coleman Walker is.
WANT, Coleman and Company,
Yes.
from 7 to 8 in the morning. The reason I say that is there's so much information that you learn about our community. Not that we don't already know a lot about our community as the Chamber of Commerce, but for me, just getting to talk to people and sitting down and learning more about a little bit about their life, their business. So that would be, it couldn't be one day. It would have to be a month. So For those watching a month,
He might take you on as a
he
co-host for a
might.
while.
A co-host, a co-host would be great.
This is your
So,
audition.
That's right.
This is
your
exactly
demo
why we
tape.
brought you here.
Yeah.
I mean, think about how many things that he talks about.
And a revolving door.
revolving
I've been
door.
invited to a show a couple of times, and people are just coming in and out, in and out, in
And
out.
I've only been in and out just for our session, but to me, that's very interesting. I love learning about our community, and so that is what I would say.
I love that. I love that. All right. Let's see. We want to do one more?
Well, get
Okay,
DJ number
well,
3,
number
and then
3.
we'll end up with number 5 for both of them.
If we were to add a talent show to the Taste of Wilson County, what would your talent be?
Oh man, you're looking at a talentless human being right now.
It's all gone. There was once upon a time in my life where where I could do it, but no, it's gone. No. Hey, being a family man, it can suck some energy out of you, but it's all very rewarding. So
I'm gonna have to. I would have to like piggyback off of. So my little girl, I'll say either some kind of. I can't sing, but that would have to be what it'd be. Some kind of a attempted vocal karaoke, something with the words.
yeah.
I know we're running out of time, but my little girl had a talent show at her school. She was a kindergartner, and she got up and sang a Frank Forrest song that this big guy like me. I mean, I was tearing up. I mean, we had the entire gym was singing along with her. She's kindergarten. My wife is a 5th grade teacher at Sam Houston, which is where they were at, and my wife had a bunch of her girls in her classroom were like the background dancers. So they're singing and dancing this Forrest Frank song, and then everybody in the crowd starts to sing along. And I'm telling you, like I was having to fight back tears. I got 2 older gentlemen looking at me like, "What is wrong with this guy?"
There's some onions in here.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
It's tough. Yeah, those are the precious moments for sure.
My daughter is practicing for the talent show in the back seat right now. We have sung enough of The Princess and the Frog in the last week
yeah.
that I'm about over that one. But it's going to be great.
Disney hits on Sirius is I know just about I know the rotation now. I've got a 7-year-old and a 5-year-old, and I know there's going to be a day where Disney hits isn't what they want to listen to. So
Enjoy it.
All right, we'll give you both this last one here. Mel, your turn. What's playing in your car as you go from, let's just end the day, from work to home? What's playing in your car?
From work to home. I was hoping you were to say in the morning before you go to work.
I'll give you a player's choice here. Either or is fine.
I listen to different kinds of music. I grew up in the 80s, so that's a lot of fun. I have to say that's something that I love to listen to, but I'm also a Christian, so I listen to Christian music. That's probably the best thing for me to end my day with. So I'm going to say our staff wears a lot of hats, so I'm saying
Right.
our because I couldn't do without our staff. But I think when you leave every day, you should be thankful for every day, and thankful that you've touched somebody's life in some way or form or fashion. And so that would be my answer.
What about you, DJ?
The ride home is going to be a boring answer because I don't have a long ride to the house. So when I get home with a house full of kids, I'm usually trying to decompress the day. So I'll have a couple phone calls that I'm wrapping up, and then a few minutes of just silence as I'm pulling in the driveway.
DJ, I know that silence. I know.
It's it. A deep breath, and then Daddy as soon as you walk in the door. So wouldn't trade that for anything. But here recently, as we're wrapping up hardball, baseball, softball, and I've also put my kids in soccer at the same time. So don't do 2 sports at one time. But usually it's my wife has dropped the kids off to me at the bank, and I'm getting changed, and we're riding to one of the ballparks. And I always like to have what I call hype music. So I get my kids hyped to music that is actually a little bit older than when I was growing up. But yesterday we were riding and we got behind. I don't know if anybody knows Wade Mitchell, but I got behind him and he rolls his window down because he can see me and my son. And we are jumping up and down in the truck listening to Tag Team. Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there it is. That's
so
funny.
that is how we wrap up our day or prepare to go to a ball game. But you mentioned Coleman Company. I mean, that's our ride to work every
Yes.
morning. Ride to work in school is listening to Coleman as we go in every morning to see what's going on
I
in
have
the
to
community.
wait. I have a short trip as well. But I will have to say, that I think I mentioned this earlier. Lots of times I talk to myself
Those
because I
middle
think
notes,
about it's a mental day, and
Can we cut that out? Can we air
No, because you like I said, you think about the next day, what I have going on next, and what happened today, and how am I going to get through the next day, and those are all fun things. Though, thank you for asking those questions.
One thing we make this known because we know that people with families they listen to this. A lot of people in that situation, and we just want to tell them you're doing the best that you can. There's days where you feel like you just can't get anything accomplished. You feel like you're not being the best parent, the best spouse, or significant other, or whatever. But you're trying. You're doing the best you can, and you're not alone. We all feel it, and just
right.
keep trying. Always, try to be as present as you can for your family. That's the biggest thing. But you're trying, and it's tough.
It's events like these,
Yep.
though, to me, that really
Good reset.
Yes, it truly is. It's just a way that you can relax. You've had your day and you're going to go out, you're going to have fun. You're supporting businesses, you're supporting local, you're supporting everybody, friends, teachers,
Yeah.
educators.
The
So,
community.
The community in general.
Yeah.
So great event. I do want to give a shout out to Wilson Bank and Trust. They have been the title sponsor since 2009.
Wow.
But we could not do it without all of our other sponsors. So I do want to make that plug. There are a lot of sponsors that help put this on. So not only the volunteers that help us, but also the sponsors. And then we have people like yourself, Bart.
Oh, well, I love being part of it, and I know Carter loves supporting it.
it's great.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something where everybody gets together. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Well, come out and support our teachers for all that they do. This money will go into grant form to them, straight back to the classroom. So that's an amazing thing and just a very rewarding moment for them to get those dollars, but know that those dollars are going to an incredible cause and their continuous mission to educate our children each and every day.
And we do so much more through our Business Education Coalition. So I
absolutely.
will just say
Yeah.
we do offer scholarships for those that do not know that we do offer scholarships to seniors. So please contact us on that. We are also a part of the Wilson Books from Birth program, the Imagination Library from birth to 5 years old, where you get the books, and Tennessee Scholars Program. So there's so much that we ways that we give back as a chamber in education. But this is just one event, and it's our largest fundraiser for this event, and we would love to have everyone out come and join us.
Sounds good. Carter, you have anything else to add?
I'm just looking forward to it. I'm excited now that I know what to expect. I'm excited to go in with a little bit of a plan.
It is Thursday, October 23rd on the west lawn of near the Wilson Bank and Trust Operations Center. That is 623 West Main in the sweetheart of Lebanon, Tennessee.
Love it.
Love it. Yeah.
From 5:30 to 8 p.m. A very fun night, and I look forward to seeing you there. I know all four of us will be there, so we want to see you there. If you see us out, come say hello. We'd love to talk to you as well. If nothing more, we'll close out this episode 6 of Wilson Live. DJ Woods, thank you so much. Melody Mentor, and of course, Carter Noblin. Thanks for being our executive producer for this show and all that you do to make it happen. And we hope you've enjoyed listening, watching, however you've been able to grab a hold of this Wilson Live episode 6. Have a good rest of the day, and whatever you're doing, folks, be safe out there. We'll talk to you again real soon.